I'm going to touch the personal aspect, and I'm going to also relate a few incidents which affected his life and the way he turned around those, and he always became a winner from those. And I would also like to thank Marshal Salim and Marshal Mujahid for attending this. The Daudpota family would like to thank the Royal Aeronautical Society and AIA for sharing our grief at the loss of Air Marshal Azim Daudpota. Not only are we overwhelmed at the widespread sorrow felt by this loss, but we are equally overwhelmed at the outpouring of the tributes being paid to him along with the shared grief. It seems that beyond being a father to us, his own children, he was also like a father figure to most of you. Always genuine and caring. Papa, as we would call him, taught us the fine points of life. He taught us the value to struggle and to survive and to strive, and always gives one best and then leave the rest to God. He taught not just by his words, but also by his own actions. He showed us the values he wanted to instill: humility, respect for all, compassion for the less privileged. Air Marshal Azim Daudpota had an illustrious heritage. His father too, like him, was an extraordinary man. Never daunted by hard work and struggle, he had the honor of topping all over Sindh, which included Bombay Presidency at that time. He then went to the renowned University of Cambridge to do his PhD, and later was given the title Shamsul Ulema Amer Daudpota, which translates as beacon of light amongst scholars. Azim Daudpota's mother Karima died at an early age on account of complications in a gallbladder surgery. Her last words to her husband, my grandfather, were, "Sai, look after Bulu." Bulu was my father's pet name. He was a cherished son, born after 3 sisters, and a favorite of his parents. After the passing of his mother, he survived some difficult times at the hands of his stepmother. A famous incident in our family's narrative is one where he would only get 1 slice of mango for dinner, which prompted him to ask his stepmother to give him a week's supply in the form of 1 whole mango at the end of the week. So experiences such as these in early life taught him discipline and patience. However, as fate had planned, it was an account of his second mother, Khadija Daudpota, that he left home and joined Pakistan Air Force. So whatever he made of himself in the Air Force can be owed to his second mother. After graduating from Royal Australian Air Force in the early 50s, Air Marshal Daudpota came to Risalpur as an instructor. It was then that he married my beautiful mother, Sajida, who was the daughter of his paternal uncle, DSP Ghulam Hussain Daudpota. When they were expecting their first child, my dad, who had been inspired by a Western cowboy movie in Australia with a hero called Jack Shane, decided that whenever he would marry and have a son, he would name his Jack Shane after that hero. So when God gave him a loving daughter as his first child, my father named her Shani. Later, when he became father to a pair of twins, both my brother Amer and I, we are told our father was totally taken by surprise, and he was so overjoyed that he emptied his wallet to his back. When he later visited us in Hyderabad, where our maternal grandparents were taking care of all the celebrations, he decided to name us both Umar, after his own father. As you can well imagine, this caused a lot of confusion. So eventually he changed my name to Amer, after Egyptian Vice President Field Marshal Amer. One of the many incidents dating back to my father's childhood was one which involved another well-known personality from Sindh. The Daudpota and Bhutto families who belonged to neighboring districts were on close terms with each other. My father was taken at age 6 to attend Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Saab's 12th birthday. This was in Bombay. While the older boys, including the birthday boys, Zulfikar Bhutto Saab, were playing cricket, they did not give my father a chance to bat because he was much younger than the rest. So he simply went inside, ate all the silver beads of the birthday cake. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's mother, on seeing the cake with the missing decorations, remarked, "That must be Bulu." So my father and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's path would also crossed on the professional front. In 1973-74, my dad opposed the Chief Air Marshal Zafar Chaudhry and defended the 12 Pakistan Air Force officers and fought for their freedom. In doing so, he incurred the wrath of Air Marshal Zafar Chaudhry, who ordered him to pack up his bags within 24 hours. God had other plans. It was the chief who was fired instead. My dad said these officers were heroes of the Pakistan Air Force, and he had fought with them in the 1965 war and must not be punished. He played a pivotal role in getting Bhutto Sahab to sign their release and forgive most of them. 10 out of 12 were forgiven by Bhutto Sahab. Later, my father also recommended the name of Zulfikar Ali Khan, the chief based on his merits. And again, Bhutto Sahab trusted his judgment and went along with this suggestion. My dad always fought for the right, the truth, and stood for what he strongly believed in. And that is why God was with him. That is why he commanded so much respect, both within the forces and beyond, and within Pakistan and on foreign soil. When he was sidelined by Air Chief Marshal Shabib, who wanted to promote his brother-in-law, Khurshid Anwar Mirza, to be appointed instead, my father took a principled stand. Notwithstanding his friendship with both of them during cadet days in Australia, my father moved this issue in the civil courts, eventually won his case. It is a fickle world. During Zia's time, people stopped beating my father just because they didn't want to displease those in power. Phone calls and movements were tracked, and my father was being monitored. It was then that he decided he needed to deal with this head-on, not one to be intimidated by General Zia. My father spoke to him directly and explained he would not be labeled as any particular politician's man. He stated that before anything else, he was a Pakistani and had fought for his country and even been awarded the Sitar-e-Jurrat. General Zia respected my father's word, and he knew that he was a principled man. In the early 80s, my father was nominated as Commander-in-Chief of the Air Force of Zimbabwe, no small feat. And his team, which included P.Q. Mehdi, who later became Chief of CAF, Air Marshal Daudpota and his team of brave PF officers, converted a white-dominated Zimbabwean Air Force into one piloted by indigenous people of the land. This Herculean task won him Zimbabwe Order of Merit. To this day, Mugabe remains fond of him. He had sent a delegation of Commander-in-Chief of Zimbabwe and the Defense Secretary to Pakistan to lay a wreath on my dad's grave as a sign of respect and honor. We are thankful to President Mugabe and Zimbabwe for this honor shown to our father. When President Musharraf took over, about a dozen names were shortlisted as the choice for the governor of Sindh. All his corps commanders unanimously voted for one name, and that was Air Marshal Daudpota. Such was his respect amongst the armed forces years after he retired. Again, as a governor, he took a stand upon the wrong appointment in the senior judiciary for the Chief Justice of Sindh. General Musharraf was provided evidence of man's lack of integrity, improper conduct, and he was determined in his decision. General Musharraf wanted a yes man, which is one thing my father wasn't. That is why he tendered his resignation from the highly coveted position of the Sindh governorship. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power." And Air Marshal Azim Daudpota passed that test with flying colors. There are endless such incidences where my father led by example, never hesitating to take a stand, no matter what the consequences. That is what earned him the respect and honor he enjoyed. As family members, we could not be more proud of him. He never made a fortune or a noise in the world where men are seeking fame and wealth, but he brought us up with values that we cherish and uphold our children. We love the way he stood up for the right. He was our mentor, a soulmate, a guardian angel. We are so proud of our father. As we look back over time, we find ourselves wondering, did we remember to thank you enough for all you have done for us? For all the times you were by our sides, to help and support us, and accept our defeats, to celebrate our successes, to understand our problems, or for teaching us all your example, the value of hard work, good judgment, courage, and integrity. We wonder if we thanked you for the sacrifices you made to let us have the very best, and for the simple things like laughter, smiles, and times we share. If we have forgotten to show you our gratitude enough for all the things you did, we are thanking you now. And we are hoping you knew all along how much you meant for us. We always remember that special smile, that caring heart, the warm embrace you always gave us. You being there for Mom and us through good and bad times. No matter what, we always remember you, Papa, because there will be never another one to replace you in our hearts and love. We always will have you. Thank you very much.